So much of what you have in place provides a consistent environment, a safe environment. Kids know what to expect. Things are clear. They're learning how to read the resources for their room. And that's really that's a way to build community. And I see a couple of charts in the room also that really address how to help each other, how to work together. Can you talk a little bit about how this came into place?
I always start the beginning of the year with a conflict resolution study, we call it, where we're learning how these 23, 24 individuals can come together and live as a community in the classroom. So we read literature and books and things that tie in, with solving problems and conflicts. And then we talk about strategies that we can use in the classroom to help us solve conflicts. And so we use this problem-solving strategy. And again, this is done over the course of weeks as we talk about conflicts and learn how to strategize and solve conflicts. We start to build a chart with our strategies on it. So strategy number one we learn is that when we have a problem with somebody, we can talk to the other person and tell them how it feels. If somebody keeps hitting you, that you could turn and say, please stop hitting me, I don't like it when you do that. It also lets children know that they can take the initiative and that they don't need to come to me first, that there's things that they can do to help solve their problem. Strategy number two is that they can ignore the other person. If something's happening, and not necessarily something hurtful, but something's happening, that they can just ignore that. That they can move away from a person, that if they're sitting on the rug and something seems to be bothering them, that they can just get up and move to another spot, and that's a strategy they can use. And the fourth strategy is they can always come and ask for help.
And these strategies were developed over time, kind of generated by the students and you?
Yes, over time, and as we read stories, and we might stop and say, well, what's the problem here? And then as we read through, well, how did they solve it? And then we can start making our list of these are the ways people, that they have seen solve the problems. At the beginning of the year, we talk about how we want our class to be, and what do we want when we come to school, what are the things we want. And again, over the course of time and many meetings and many conversations, the children have come up with words: good, respectful, friendly, nice, clean, safe, helpful. And then we start to talk about, well, if this is how we want our class to be, what are some of the things we need to do to make sure? And we basically come up with three very simple things that the children can work with through the year. They respect everyone's work, that we respect everyone's words and bodies, and that we respect our materials. I keep them very simple. Anything that happens during the day can usually fall into one of these three categories. And it's not a list of don't hit, don't run, don't do this, or whatever. It's three very simple things based upon respect in the classroom.